You need your classic monogram pieces. Like, what are people going to use as a tote now? Like an on the go? Like, it's just not the same. Like, what are we going to do, guys? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, have I ever bought a Neverfull? No, guys. And I guess I probably will never, ever buy a Neverfull now because I just never thought... Well, I never thought this would happen, to be honest. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Okay guys, so there's been a lot of changes in luxury fashion. Chanel, Louis Vuitton and Hermes. We've seen the brands completely evolve over the last 3 years. Well, I've been obsessed with all three brands for a while. And I just think it's really fascinating at the moment that there's a new rumor going around that I think is actually very shocking, and that is that the Louis Vuitton Neverfull is being discontinued. That's right, discontinued. And the only way you're going to be able to buy this bag is if you get it in an upcoming limited edition collection. So for example, the Monoglam, they have a Neverfull. You can buy that Neverfull. There's been a few sales associates on social media leak this information from Louis Vuitton, and that is that Neverfulls are getting discontinued effective immediately in canvas, monogram, damier azur, damier ebene, and the leathers black, cream, tourterelle, and bicolor. So anything in the empreinte kind of leather or canvas. This is crazy, guys. How can these be discontinued? The Neverfull is probably like the most popular bag from Louis Vuitton, and they're discontinuing it. Why? Why, I ask? Well, let's discuss it in today's video because, well, okay, a lot of people say the Neverfull is basic and it's a boring bag. It's an entry-level bag. You know, it's a lot of people's first ever luxury designer bag. And I think a lot of people who, when they start out with luxury, they go to Louis Vuitton to buy the Neverfull. But, you know, now in 2023... that just might not be the case anymore. One might go to Louis Vuitton, want to buy the Neverfull, and you might have to go on a wish list. That's right. Now, I don't know whether the Neverfull is getting discontinued altogether or whether they're just going to start releasing limited edition ones and they're going to phase out all the classic monogram pieces. But, you know, it is kind of shocking that they are deleting such a popular bag, probably the most popular bag. I don't know whether they might be updating the design. That could be the case. It's like when they discontinued the toiletry pouches and then they bought the stupid toiletry on chain or the like leather variation. Maybe it could be a case of they're updating the Neverfull design, but I just don't know, guys. Maybe they really feel like the Neverfull has been oversaturated on the market and now they need to take it away from the consumer so it just, you know, stops altogether. And I guess what this means is that maybe the Neverfull on the pre-love market is going to skyrocket in price. Maybe people are going to be trying to track down all the last Neverfulls in the boutique because I'm sure people are going to be panic buying the Neverfull now. And compared to a few years ago, guys, the Neverfull is not cheap. The Neverfull has gone up a lot in price since like 2017. And I just think it is, I don't know, I already think it's kind of overpriced, but I know that the hype is there for the Neverfull, so it is quite shocking that they're discontinuing it. And it makes me think, if they're discontinuing the Neverfull, what is next? Are they going to discontinue more classic bags? Are they going to discontinue the Alma, the Speedy, the Pochette Matisse? Like, I don't know, guys, like, because if they discontinue a Neverfull, well, anything is possible, right? Now, the Neverfull, I believe, is not like a super old bag. I have to do some research until, like, when it was designed, but I have a feeling it was, like, what, like 2008 or so it came out, so it's a pretty modern-day bag, but it has been, like, one of the key bags from Louis Vuitton, and I just find it hard to believe that it's being discontinued. Or whether this is just a rumor, but this is something that is kind of going on. I've seen this talked about on Instagram especially, and I mean, who's to know if the bag is completely discontinued or whether it's going to be one of those bags that is just very hard to get. Like, for example, the pochette accessories, I've heard it's just a bag you can get if you spend a lot of money at Louis Vuitton, you have the opportunity to buy a pochette accessories, or even something like, you know, the Nano Speedy used to be one of those bags that you could only get if you stalked the website for a really long time, or if you spent a lot of money at Louis Vuitton, you might have the opportunity to buy the bag. So if they're using the Neverfull as like a quota bag for Louis Vuitton, well, I mean, guys, luxury has just gone to absolute, like, it's a joke at this point, because how can you make a Neverfull a quota bag? Like, it's a Neverfull, guys. Like, a Neverfull is an entry-level bag. Is this like what happened to the Birkin back in the day? Because, you know, there was a point in time in history where the Birkin was easier to get. And then it became this bag that people had to spend a lot of money in the boutique to get. Is this what the Neverfull is becoming for Louis Vuitton? Because if the Neverfull is going to be put up on a pedestal like this, like, it just goes to show how ridiculous luxury is. Because it's a Neverfull, guys. Like, it's just such a simple bag. It's just such a simple tote that should be something that is readily available, guys, because it is like the bread and butter of Louis Vuitton. It is like the most basic bag you can get at Louis Vuitton. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying it is just such a practical everyday bag. What are you going to use as an everyday bag now? Like, what, like a monoglam Neverfull? Not everyone's going to wear that every day. Like, you need your classic monogram pieces. Like, what are people going to use as a tote now? Like, an on the go? Like, it's just not the same. Like, what are we going to do, guys? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, have I ever bought a Neverfull? No, guys. And I guess I probably will never, ever buy a Neverfull now, because I just never thought, well, I never thought this would happen, to be honest. But, I mean, that's how luxury for you. It's shocking me every day. The prices just keep going up. The quality keeps declining. And things are just becoming quota bags every second day. So that's that. But let me know, guys. Do you know anything else about this little rumor? And are you kind of shocked about these allegations? And is this going to make you panic buy the Neverfull? I think I'm okay, but yes. Maybe I'll also do a video about Neverfull alternatives you can buy. That actually might be a good idea, because I know now that you can't buy a Neverfull, what can you buy? Like, that's a practical tote bag in that shape. I mean, lots of brands do it, but very interesting. So anyways, thanks for watching my blabby video today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!